Hey there, everyone. Hitesh here, and welcome to another Saturday Live. So, in case you are new at the channel, I try to go live almost every Saturday, but I was missing in the last one. Anyways, hey Ritik, welcome. You are just here, only you and me, so we can hang out and chill out. So, every single Saturday, I try to go, it's hot. I try to go live and have a chit chat with you, try to answer some of your questions, give you some of the updates about what's happening and how we're gonna see the futures and stuff. Waiting for this live since it was on Insta. Yes, I actually these days I'm posting up on Insta whenever I'm going live or not. So looks like YouTube is sending notification, and some people will show up from Insta as well. So programming stuff says, "Hello, sir. How are you? I'm good. I hope you are doing good. Hello, Shivam Sharma. Good evening to you as well. And I love your content. Thank you so much. Please tell me hi, sir. Hey, Nirusan, hi to you as well. So, yes, we are going to be answering your questions. Ashwin says, love from Chennai, love back from the western part of the country as well, Rajasthan. Okay, quality of videos are amazing, top notch. Thank you so much. And hopefully, we will be improving the quality a bit more. Maybe we'll get another Canon device and we'll improve the quality, or we'll take it to bit up a notch. I love that. So now it has started. So make sure you are coming up. You hit that like button as well. And looks like already we are about to cross 350 people watching live, which is a good number, decent one. Okay, so let's go ahead and start by answering some of your questions and stuff like that. So, should I learn React Native or Flutter? It depends. If you're just getting started, Flutter might impress you a lot. But if you're looking up from the job perspective right now, React Native is leading the market in the job wise. But yeah, YouTube notification, finally. Yeah, YouTube actually sends you notification. Moreover, based on when you interact with the channel, hit the like buttons and you show your interest by putting up some comments and stuff like that, then YouTube will also send notification. Otherwise, I post them on Insta as well. So no such worry on that part. Okay, .NET Framework and .NET Framework difference. I am not much, at least as of now. There's a super chat that says MongoDB or CouchDB. I would personally go with Mongo because it's much more easier. And yes, I am a bit biased towards Mongo. In the comparison of Mongo and Couch, I will go with of a Mongo. I think the community is awesome, easier to understand. The documentation is rock solid. So that's why I prefer that. Okay, so if we want to do our own app, then what should we choose, React Native or Flutter? Do you want to put this, really want to put this app on the Apple Store? Then I would, at least as of now, would choose React Native. But take a look again about your business model. Do you really want to put your app into the App Store? It's going to be $99 every year. So are you going to make enough of money so that you can pay the bill of $99 every year? Uh, Thank you, sir, for your time. C++ or Python? Both. Why not both? I think Python can be your very first language to get started because it's so much easier, so much fun to do. And once you start understanding the bits and pieces of concept about if and else, loops, and stuff like that, C++, I would disagree on the point that C++ is a language that beginners should learn or beginner should learn. I'm improving on that. Sorry. So C++ is something which actually gives you more of a system in-depth knowledge. So I think that should be either your second or third language at least. If somebody is diving just from the C++, there are going to be two outcome of that. Either he's going to be absolutely amazing in understanding every bits and pieces of language and what's in depth going on, or he'll be just leaving the programming. So I don't find these odds great. So I think someone should start with either JavaScript or Python, but a easier language where you can see things happening, easier to debug as well, and then you can work on with C++. Okay, what to use for video call application? Probably your own custom servers. Amazon actually gives you a bit of machines that can handle that and bit of services that are specially designed for this one. And I'm not sure about the Google, but AWS gives you that. Okay, what are your views about cloud technology? I got all positive side about the cloud technology. Make everything into cloud. I'm mostly on the cloud now. Okay, there's a super chat which says CRA versus custom Webpack configuration on production. Custom Webpack. I was thinking to make a detailed video on these custom Webpack and stuff like that. But then actually, I realized while designing the entire video, because the recording doesn't start at the day one. First, you start how you will be managing the entire show on this particular video. I realized that it's not worth just a video. It would be like entirely a course because the Webpack and server side SSR, the server side rendering, and this is a detailed subject which requires an advanced level of course on probably React and something. So, probably in the future, I don't know when, but surely. Hello, sir. Suggest roadmap to learn WordPress, Android, Angular. I'm not much on the WordPress side. I would recommend go more on the Android or Angular side. They are definitely a bit tough than compared to WordPress, but you get paid for tough things, not for easier things. So my recommendation would be to start something with Angular or something which is going to be much more fun. I do have Angular course in just 199 rupees at learncodeonline.in. It's a rock solid course. And don't take it from my words. You're going to see hundreds of people posting up on my Instagram. They are going to vouch for it, and you're going to realize that inside the course automatically. Okay, there's a super chat by Omkar, and it says, video streaming through AWS is really expensive. Any cost-effective alternative for video hosting and streaming? Yes, it is expensive, and putting up these courses at 199 rupees is really, really big challenge because we also use AWS, Amazon servers behind the scene, and it's very, very expensive. Other easier way could be just host them as a private videos on YouTube or services like Darkcast. But again, Amazon is something which is like, how should I explain this? It's like the bigger the plan is, it's going to be more affordable to you. So if you can play the big games, then it's going to be much more affordable. But I think the cheapest that you can get as of now is Amazon. It's not at all any solution that is currently present on the cheap rates. If it is a video, currently in the market, video is the top-notch game you can play, and it's gonna cost you money. So yeah, it's gonna be expensive. I think Darkcast is there, but it's also decently expensive. Couple of more services I can recommend you if you can just link me up on Instagram. I actually forgot the name of it. It's something like Seed. It's a, I think, New York-based company. It's something like Video Seed or something. The company name is. But again, don't get me. It's not really cheap. It's going to be equally expensive. Probably like easily $1,000 a month, even on the basic plans. So yeah, it's sorry, but it's I cannot make it uh, inexpensive. It is going to be expensive. Okay, so okay, let's pick up a couple of more questions. Can I start with AWS if you can provide any course? I would love to provide that, but that course is not at all possible in such pricing like 199 or 299 something. It requires a lot of efforts, a lot of work, probably 3 4 months to actually put up a course on that. And eventually we can bring it onto the lower pricing as people are more interested and help us in supporting the thing that we are doing. But the biggest hurdle is how can I bring this course to a lower price because it's consuming too much of effort. But surely I'll try to have this one a little bit later. Okay, so saw you today in Gaurav Kapoor's video. You're still watching that old video? I thought everybody have watched this video. Oh, that's hot. Sorry. I thought everybody has watched that Gaurav video, and still people are watching it. But actually, that was fun video, and I can show you a couple of more such screenshots as well, where you're gonna see me watching these shows. So it's pretty common that I am in these shows. If I have one of the other photos as well, and I can show it to you probably. Okay, there's too much going on. And looks like I deleted that photo. So there were a couple of other shows from Nitin Mandal. I was there as well. So some of you caught me there as well. Suggestion to start with AOSP development. AOSP, I think you want to say ASP development. I have no idea about ASP development, .NET technologies. Like I have idea. I have worked it in my college days, but things have changed drastically now. And I'm not that much even interested in that stack. I would rather prefer to go in PHP stack again, or maybe Ruby stack, but not that one. Like that's the minimum I can go. I would even love to create an API based entire website and stuff in Rust or Go, but no, it doesn't get my interest on that. How did you start LCO? Okay. One day I started making videos. The videos were getting popular quite a lot in the USA and still are very popular. And then I thought, why not to host these videos in India as well? Because already Australia is enjoying my videos a lot. Spain definitely is enjoying my videos through their market, which are popular there. And US market is also having my videos. So the only thing that was missing was India. I wanted to have this videos on that. How's your gym workout? It's going great. I have now my personal gym in this studio. Probably I'll post a photo or video someday. But I have my own video. I have my own studio gym here, so it's going great. Okay, some of the fun questions as well. ASP is not that bad. Try sometime. I want to. Like, I'm not saying it's bad. See, the point is, don't resonate the things unnecessarily. Like, if I'm saying, like, I love tea, but if you're gonna put milk into this tea, I'm gonna say I don't like it. Now, doesn't means that I don't like that thing. That might be good. It's not my preference, and I'll surely give it a try one day. There is a super chat by Miss Baswati Datta. Nice name. And sir, I'm new to programming. I am learning since almost 1 year. So you're very, very fresh, very, very new. If you can write your own if and else and switch, I'll be already impressed because it's just 1 year. Moving forward. Also, I learned the concept, I forgot, and currently learning JavaScript, but in DOM, I'm stuck. How should I proceed? I think you should proceed by having patience because you are not learning DOM from the videos which I have posted. And that JavaScript video, the DOM that I have covered in that series is remarkable. Even I got impressed watching my own videos. So you're going to be loving it so much. Probably I will post a lot more. Like, in fact, the entire series is already ready. You are just seeing the one video a day on my YouTube channel. I will try, no promises, but I'll try to post entire series at once at Learn Code Online. Uh, Once you're going to learn DOM from that and you're going to be building projects that we build in that series, you're going to feel so much of confidence in JavaScript and entire programming as well. So I would say have patience and just a little bit. Bro, I'm from Nepal. Oh, nice, nice place. Come to visit Nepal. Please read my comment. Hey, thank you so much. And this time of the year is definitely not good to visit Nepal. I stay away from Nepal during the rainy season, but it's a good place. I think winter is a bit more of a better time to visit Nepal. Less touristy, more stuff. Once the COVID situation goes up, I'll surely visit. I would love to travel again. It's very frustrating for me actually to this is not the time where I sit in my studio. This is the time where I travel. And I worked really, really hard this year that I'll be traveling this and that. And yeah, I worked hard, but got no vacation. Arjun says, I have started with Python. What should I start with? You start with Python. So this is what you start with. And I have already given a Python track on my website. I didn't introduce you much. I'll probably make a video on Instagram and stuff. Now we got tracks that you can follow on the Learn Code Online website. It was in the bit beta phase, but now the tracks are ready. I'll be posting a bit more of the tracks. The tracks simply are, let's just say you click on the Python track. So it gives you all the available courses and in the sequence in which you have to take these courses. You click on that and it gives you entire list that first take the Python course, then take the Django course, then you can take machine learning, then you can take competitive programming challenges that we have. So everything is going to be much more organized with these tracks, category tracks we call them. So it's there on the website at courses.learncodeonline.in/learn. That's there. I'll post up a video on Instagram in a fun way. So definitely it's going to be coming up there. Okay. It's going really, really fast. So take a break, guys. And thank you so much for all the love and support that you are showing up. Oh my goodness, didn't saw it. We got over 700 people watching this. Bit crazy, bit crazy. So hit that like button. Probably we can reach at least 500 of the likes, maybe. Okay, let me pick up another questions more from that. Okay, so sir, please make your course at low cost for a normal student like me. What more you want me to do? You already saw a super chat which says bandwidth is the most expensive thing, and we are trying to offer courses at 199. That's already insane. So don't expect it to much go lower, and probably this pricing will be gone very very soon, because I think those who wanted to buy it at that price have already bought it. So there's no point of keeping the same price again. So probably in a 2 3 days I'll lift off this price from some of the courses, maybe giving you ahead of this. So if you are planning, I think already everybody has bought it who wanted to. Shubhanil, hey, it's been a while. Shubhanil, how's it going on? Sir, any suggestion for dynamic programming and system design for interview purpose books and videos? The book is just right there. You can try that. Uh, Dynamic programming is something, what is the biggest issue with these interview preparation and the competitive programming? The missing theory part. People directly start, it's almost like, do you remember the time uh, in the physics in the 11th and 12th standard? Those people who understood the derivations better, that means how this thing is entirely coming up, they used to perform better in doing the numericals. Now surely some of the people who just jumped directly into doing numericals after numericals after numerical, they were also good. But the concept wise, those people who studied the theories of these better actually performed really better in understanding the purpose. Same thing is happening with the dynamic programming as well. People want to have more questions of dynamic programming, which is not going to serve you well until unless you understand what is dynamic programming, how it works, where it doesn't work, what are the process of having these dynamic programming. That's where things actually goes better. So the theory part, which is missing from almost the entire internet right now, because it's flooded with the questions about competitive programming, that is one of the issue which is already under my eye, and I want to fix it, because I'm not that person who just says, hey, there's a problem. I prefer to provide a solution instead of just ranting about the problem. Okay, Anup, that was the worst time of my life. No, that was not worst. Actually, the school life was a bit fun. I do have a plan of making a video about the school life and college life, and that's a bit, again, reverse direction thought. Uh, but again, I don't know if people will like it or not. Firebase for production app, 100%. No doubt about it. Firebase, just because we use it in tutorials, doesn't mean it's not ready for production. It's 100% for production, and we use it. So don't think too much twice on the Firebase production capabilities. You shouldn't doubt that. You shouldn't. Okay. So in case you don't know, I do already have an amazing series on Docker. Majority of it is on YouTube and some part is on Learn Code Online. So if you want to check it out, for all those people who are posting about the Docker questions, Namish, I actually never got your name right. I'm sorry. Naimish Verma. I'm so sorry for butchering the names. But he says a Docker course is amazing. Thank you so much. I'm truly sorry. I couldn't pronounce your name correctly. Can I call you Namish? No, that's not right. I know. But sorry. I'm truly sorry. I wanted to say it out loud, but I messed up. How to start from your courses? I think start with my free JavaScript course and see if you are able to connect with me. Because sometimes, what happens, all the instructor, all the YouTube guys, all the guys who teach at Coursera and hundreds of other websites, all of them are great. And the instructor which you start to resonate with, you try to understand him and you actually match the pace with him, that's the most important thing. So that's why I say take my free courses first, see if you are connecting with me or not, and then only take these Amern course and React course and all of them that I'm providing. All of them are great. Me and other instructors are great too. But it's the matter of the fact that, are you able to understand me? Are you able to connect with me? Are you able to synchronize with me? Okay, thoughts on OpenAI GPT-3? Will it cut down side jobs? No. See, it's not about technology. It looks at the first that it's going to cut down the jobs. But I'm coming from the side where I saw literally government people going on strike because computer was introduced in their office. All of them were parading outside. I remember that. I saw one of the such parade outside a telephone office that uh, boycott computer, it's gonna crash up the job and stuff. So don't think about it that any of the tech upgrade is gonna cut the job. That job will be gone, but other such hundreds of jobs will be created, so don't worry on that part. Okay, there's a super chat by Ravi Chandra. It says, should one approach in creating social networking site, what all need to consider? I think the number one approach that you should be considering if you are really serious about it is the scalability of the app. Because if your app goes like even little bit of the traction, let's just say 100,000 people join up, then how you're going to be managing the database? Are your servers powerful enough? I wouldn't be hosting that thing on GoDaddy or Bluehost or something like that. uh, Obviously AWS, DigitalOcean, something like that would be used. So number one concern from my side would be scalability. Now, surely great UI, having great features, that's definitely there. And you can learn like a variety of that already in the MERN course. Like just remove the payment part that we are doing there, and it's already ready for be transformed into a social networking website as well. It's not really that tough. But the tough part is first marketing, that why should people come up on your social networking website? And even though if you offer something unique, people will surely join up. In the age of Facebook dominance, we saw Twitter came in. In the dominance of Twitter, we saw that Instagram came in, and probably something else will also come. So I think scalability is the number one factor that I would consider, that how can I make things affordable? Because it's expensive. It's not like you can just host a website, it's not going to be charged to you. You'll be charged like $1,000, $2,000 a month. Do you have that kind of budget? That's the major issue. And if you are getting sponsors or ventures funders, then that's a different game. I'm not into that game as of now and stuff like that. Shivam, thank you so much for the super chat. uh, I am third year engineering student. Should I go for on-campus placement? Your choice, go or not. This live stream is moreover about uh, asking questions like, I'm in third year. Should I go with Python or JavaScript? Should I learn more? Should I gain more skills? Should I go for internship? This is more about that kind of chat. Going for on-campus placement, if you feel you are ready, you can serve any company with a rock solid skills. Sure, go for it. Okay, that is an interesting question by Akash. It says, should a React developer compulsory learn Redux? I would say yes. I know you didn't expected that. The thing with the Redux is, I know the hooks are there. I have covered them in my latest React course, but still I took enough of time to add a section totally on Redux to clear your concept and basics on Redux. The reason for that is, the time the hooks came out in the market, it was already little late. Not too, but little late. The project that wanted to go in the production scale already were there in the production. So newer project which didn't need Redux are using hooks. But what about the projects that are already there in the market? So if you happen to join in a company where already they're using, they're not going to change architecture for you. So at that time, rather learning it at that time, I would say go finish the section in my React course. I'm pretty sure you're already having that React course. It's just, I think, 299 rupees, which is probably the least that you can pay for such course. There is a React section there. I highly recommend to watch it 1 or 2 times. It's probably the best synchronized and very concentrated resource on React Redux. So that's what I would say. Okay, please explain DevOps and SEO. For DevOps, I think already I got a video on channel. Well appreciated, because I know I recently got invited through on a couple of podcasts saying, hey, Desh, loved your DevOps video. Would you like to be on our podcast and stuff like that? I would. Hey, Desh, just finished your bootstrap course. It was great. Plain. It was great. Plain of design. Pain of designing is gone. Okay, thank you so much. And really, that Bootstrap 4 course, I think you took the free one or the paid one. The paid one is actually much more fantastic. So you should try that. Difference between React.js and React Native. Are you still on that part? Like, okay, it's okay. I'll explain it again. React.js is used to make web application, and React Native is to design mobile application. I repeat, React for web application, React Native for mobile application. At least for my courses, they are totally created separately. You do not need to learn one to be dependent on another. They are totally separate. But if you happen to know one, the second one is going to be easier to learn. Okay, there's one of the best one here, super chat by Dakshit Raj Bassa. Dakshit Raj, it says, just a casual hi. Probably the best super chat I have got. Thank you so much. Okay, there's a super chat by Vijay. Architecturing an e-commerce site production grade. Should I use Kubernetes, Docker for deployment? Your thought, please. What all things tech to consider? Uh, to be honest, I don't have much of the experience on Kubernetes. I am still learning them bits by bit, going them in the documentation while sleeping, reading 2 pages and stuff like that. I am still on the Docker side and don't have much of experience on Kubernetes. So first, let's get out of that way. And I think Docker is more than enough for the deployment. I face no problem in deploying some of my application on AWS at least. Cannot say much about all the other platforms. But I think now the deployment is much more easier compared to the older days. It's much more easier now, to be honest. And with the Docker, it's like, oh, so good. And also, it depends on how you're architecturing the application. Like, for example, giving it a random thought on something like Django. So if you're using Django and Python, you want to deploy that, it will heavily matter that what kind of virtual environment you have used. For example, there is virtual env, pip files. So pip file version where you have everything stored in one file and you have to transfer that is much more easier. I know I'm going very strict onto just Django based environment. I surely can talk on Node.js as well. But my point is, the more centered the architecture is from the day one, everything is in just one folder and properly arranged, it's going to be much more easier. So try to have virtual environments and stuff. I would still say that Docker is one of the best way to go with that. But again, given the fact I don't have much of experience in Kubernetes. Okay, so there's another super chat by Kunal. Hi, I'm chartered accountant and I had love your coding since class 10. Okay, that's nice. And you became an accountant. That makes me feel really old that this guy is watching my videos from class 10th and I has become a CA now and I'm old. What can I say? And I'm getting back to it. You inspire me a lot. Thank you so much. And I would say, yes, you can get back to coding after becoming a CA as well. And it's going to be much more fun. And I actually said this thing to one of my friend, and he loved it a lot. Probably you will. The thing that you can do with programming once you have knowledge in some other field is extraordinary. The thing that is that the knowledge of the accounting that you have, the thing that you can do with your account skill, probably dividing the money, taxes, and whole bunch of other things, and you mix up your programming skills with that, I think you can create an application which is going to be at a next level. Because as a programmer, I don't have much of the accounting experience. I just have programming experience. But you know something that is challenging in the accounting world that has no perfect solution right now, and through your programming skills you can build that and you can build an entire big scale business with that. Probably a next Tele, because Tele is a pretty old software, rock solid, but probably you can provide a best solution. So yeah. Okay, Tassobite. I didn't join college because of low marks in maths in my high school because of a crab trigonometry. You shouldn't call trigonometry a crab. Um, it's being used a lot in programming, and I'm immensely interested in programming. Should I get a job? Now, surely you will get a job, but how good you are in programming. Now, I am not personally a big fan where people drop out from schools. At least finish your school. You don't join college, that's okay, but at least finish your school, at least with decent marks or anything. There's no like hurry up in the life. At least I am the first guy who stood up in the TEDx space on the TEDx stage and bashed the college for their wrongdoing. But that doesn't mean I hate them totally. I would still say, if possibly you can do engineering or maybe any course like that, you surely can try. Here's my advice to you. If you're leaving your college, it's okay, your decision. Surely you can do that. But please don't regret it afterwards. Make sure you make your decision that I'm going to put my 200% in learning the programming every single day. I'll get up at 8 o'clock until 8 to like 5 o'clock in the evening. I'll learn it with full of my dedication. Coming on to the point of job, you will get it. There is no discussion on that, whether you have a degree or not. You will 100% get a job if you are even decent in programming. If you can just make websites, single page websites in just HTML, CSS, you'll still get that job. But the point will consider how much you are skilled that people should pay to you. So again, and again, please don't call trigonometry or anything like that as a crap, because they are not. Every single thing, including trigonometry and everything else, geometry, these are some aspects that are used in programming. So there is no escape from that. Okay, Himanshu says, can Flutter get me full-time job? 100%. One of the student, if in our offline boot camp, got a package of 13 lakh per annum, and he was from the offline boot camp. So yes, that's answer. Again, second point. And machine learning roadmap, please. I think I'll definitely put up a machine learning track as well. I think it's included in the uh, our course as well, but I will definitely try to put up a track on the entire machine learning, like what framework to learn at what place. Like you can start with Python, definitely everybody knows that, but then after that, NumPy, Pandas, or should I learn PyTorch first, or should I learn that? So what should be the exact path? I will definitely try to put up a track on that. But as of now, what I can say is my machine learning course covers basics of the track that where you should be. It covers NumPy, Pandas, and Matplotlib, and exact order where they should be taught. So it's there. But again, I would definitely try to put something like that, tracks. Okay. And to all those people, I have noticed that anything that's below 100, it doesn't get stick up there. So sometimes I miss them. I'm really sorry. It's not my fault. It's YouTube fault. Ask them to pin up every single super chat on the top. I try my best to give thoroughly and detailed answer on that. But again, not my fault. What are the technologies should we learn Java for career? Java and Android. Start with that. And I think Spring Boot is rock solid. Spring Boot is very, very popular. Okay, to master in Python, your course is enough? Yeah, of course, it's more than enough. LCO is made with Node and React MERN. Yeah, you can assume that. Okay, there's a super chat, so let's go ahead and see. Okay. So first one is from Ashish. It says, hi, I'm working on COBOL for last 3 years. Oh boy. That's some amazing programmer that came in. Want to learn something relevant technologies? Any suggestion? I would highly, highly recommend to follow up my JavaScript course because you are going to be loving that. And it's going to be a new adventure from COBOL, 100% a little new adventure from the COBOL. You can also give it a try to my Python course as well, but I think you are going to have next level fun in JavaScript. I do have an existing course from 2018. It's more than enough. There is no problem in the course, but I'd like to overkill sometime, just like you see in my Instagram stories. That's where. Another super chat is from Happy, and he says, sir, right now I'm working on ASP.NET, but I'm interested in Android. While applying Android job, should I write ASP.NET experience in resume? Yes, 100% you should write that. I'll tell you the reason of that as well. See, there are definitely lots of meme about asking about 5 years of experience and technology is just 4 years old. Okay, that's good for fun, but understand this point. Maybe on a different context. Again, maybe Swift is very new and it's out just like 4 or 5 years what, but somebody who has an iOS experience building the iOS app from the age of Objective-C, any day, any day company will prefer that guy because he might not have experience in Swift, but he knows the architecture of iOS. Similar to that, you might not be having experience in Android, but you know the experience in ASP.NET. That means you know how to search, you know how to debug. You're not that impatient programmer who just get mad that because I'm not able to solve it because I'm trying to solve it from 2 days. You know, these new kids these days. But again, the reason I'm saying you please write that because it shows that you are a mature programmer, probably on a different stack, different technology altogether, but it shows that you have matured enough to write code. And within a few years, you will be rocking on the Android world as well. So make sure whatever the tech stack you are having, please include that always in resume. Okay, there's a super chat. I'm answering a lot of super chat today. Yeah, just a second, because that's an interesting question by Krishna. Okay, as a front-end developer, except HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, any other language in job perspective view? I would say that, okay, this can be a little bit harsh. Brace yourself. If you know HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, I would say you can enter, or you are allowed to touch the knob of the room to enter into the interview section. That's it. Surely, JavaScript can give you an extra upper hand if you are super skilled in that. But I would still say that don't count HTML and CSS too much. If you don't even know HTML, CSS, oh boy, you are in a tough luck. But your actual hiring process starts nowadays, at least in front end, that you know JavaScript, that says, okay, now you can sit and we can have a discussion. So how many frameworks or libraries of JavaScript you have knowledge in or you have worked as your part-time? React, Vue, Angular, Backbone, maybe more. So this is where you start your journey of becoming a front-end developer. And I know it's a little bit harsh, but as a front-end developer, it is expected that now you can handle APIs that backend will be throwing up via either Vue, React. It's not really, I would say, consider that somebody knows Vue, that React people will not hire him, or somebody knows React, Vue people will not hire him. But at least you should know something about it and don't consider yourself as front-end expert when you know just HTML, CSS, and JS. I would say brush up your JS a little bit more and at least learn at least one framework. And React can be. Okay, you can also learn Angular too, but that can be React too. Okay, so what happened when profene is kept with HBr in okay in presence of peroxide? Come on, what are you, 12? Is it important to learn tech like Node, JS, Django for making own backend important? Uh, can I be called a full stack developer with just Firebase? I wouldn't call like 100% full stack. Thank you so much, Rajeshwar, for the super chat. So, Himanshu, I wouldn't call myself as a full stack developer just with the Firebase knowledge. Surely it's a very good alternative of the databases. But if I'm calling myself as a full stack, I should know something, at least the database skills, something more centric, either a relational database or something like that. I'm not saying go learn Mongo. Not everybody needs to do that, but surely something on the back end. I wouldn't call myself a full stack developer if I just know the Firebase and no knowledge about Mongo or something which is interacting with the database in between, probably Express, Node, PHP, Ruby, whatever that is, but something. No, it's not a good idea to call yourself as full stack. Okay. There's a super chat by Rohit Ghosh. I'm working as a full stack developer with Mean plus Spring Boot. You're already in good stack. I want to change my path somewhere in cybersecurity. From where should I start? I think there is a new book in Pact publication. Uh, I forgot the name. It's something to precautions of SQL injection. I think that would be a great start. Learning in more depth about SQL injections as well as the XSS, that would be great for first path to getting started with the cybersecurity. And then you can learn more about the tools as well, like Akunetics, some of the frameworks, Metasploit or something. Then you can surely go ahead and try that. And I think you're going to do very good in the cybersecurity domain if that's what your plan is. You already understand programming. That means you can automate a whole lot of stuff that other people are not that much capable of. And you can run a whole lot of automation tests because you're already a good programmer. You're working in Mean as well as Spring Boot. I consider that as a great part. Another super chat by Rohini. It says, will full stack dev have good scope in future? 100% with DS and ML. I'm doing internship in full stack. Will that be worth enough? 100%, definitely a lot of worth enough. Full stack on Java is good or Node.js? Too many questions you're asking. Both of them are good, depends on what you want to achieve. But I would say that just because machine learning is getting too much of hype doesn't mean that these core things like developing websites, developing mobile app is going anywhere. Let's just say Uber is using machine learning for tracking that how much time the car will take. Let's just say machine learning is used to suggest the content on Netflix, but what is displaying those things? Mobile apps, the websites. Machine learning is just a cog in this big machine of the web world that we have created. And there will be many other in the future. So this is a very core-centric architecture of having mobile apps, having websites. So don't you think about it? It's good enough. Uh, Ankit says, hey, I am CA student at NIT DGP. I got a US client who wants to migrate his WordPress website to Django. He's doing a good thing, actually. Any ideas to ease the task using the existing website? Oh, that's the easy way. WordPress is definitely a nightmare to have, but one thing that you can do definitely is you can directly export that database and open it up in your MySQL workbench, and probably can extract all the names of it. And based on that, you can write models of it. That's the only easy way that you can have right now, because WordPress is not really very friendly to have all these things. And if you're going to throw up architect like APIs or something from WordPress, even though on that, it's not really good. So I'm afraid, my friend, there is no easier way of handling this task. Not that I can think of right out of my head, but probably might be. I don't think so. The best I can think of right now is have the database somewhere safe, because creating the models in those files is going to be a bit nightmare. And the way how you architecture the app is going to be a lot of things, like how you architecture the entire application, how many apps you are dividing it. It's going to be good. And I think you probably might need to use a little bit of customization in user as well. I know, I don't know much about your project, but I think there is no easier way. Sorry, I'm totally sorry on that. Okay, Rajeshwar says, sorry, I am a front end, how to transit for ML. I think you should start with Python. Front end is moreover like JavaScript centric, and machine learning. Surely we have a couple of libraries that work in JavaScript, but I don't recommend it. I think you should start with Python. And once you finish up my Python course, then go into machine learning. And you will be, after finishing up my machine learning course, you will be at the top of the mountain where you can see all of the landscape of machine learning, and you know exactly which direction should I go. That's what that course is doing as of now. So I think that is going to solve a lot of your issue. Okay, there's a super chat by Ayush says, hey, I am BCA last year. Okay, now I am looking forward to go deep in JavaScript full stack. Please suggest me how to get a decent job package after BCA. Uh, I think first finish up your JavaScript full stack, because I think skill is most important thing. That's what you'll be doing. And after that, start applying to a lot of companies. And depends what your goal is. If your goal is to get hired at these startups, it's going to be much more easier after being a full stack developer. If your goal is to just get hired at a higher companies, like something Google level or FANG level, it's going to be a little bit difficult. To be honest, they it's much more easier in that company if you go directly from your college. But if you want to go from offsite, the easier way is to get hired in the startup first, get a bit of experience, know about the things, get a recommendation, prepare for the interviews, and then go for it. So yeah, I would say first finish up the full stack, take my MERN course or something, and then start with the DSA as well, side by side, and then just apply. What a lot of people don't do is they don't keep the track of the companies in which they want to work. Like, I want to work as a full stack developer. Okay, that's great, and it should be like that way. But also keep an eye that how many companies are there which are looking interesting to me. Make an Excel sheet. I used to do that in the earlier days, and have the contacts, probably an email, LinkedIn profile in the Excel sheet. And I used to mark them as true or false, like whether I have sent my resume there or not. That's the way. That's the way how you should be applying. I know Flutter and I have developed 4 or 5 apps and have started machine learning now. What should be my roadmap from here and what should I learn with Flutter? Okay, one of the thing of many things that you can do is what is the problem that you are trying to solve with machine learning? Like, what is the input that you're asking me so that you can process that in the machine learning? And once you can process that thing using your machine learning models, try to throw them as a JSON API or something, and then you can use Flutter to handle that output and can display something to the user. That can be one of the many things. But there is no such roadmap is like you already know Flutter, so you know how to build apps. You already are onto machine learning path. That means you're already working with NumPys and Pandas and all of that. I would say look at something which is a problem and try to potentially solve that. And that's not going to be easy thing. I cannot tell you from sitting here that, hey, this is a problem you should solve. Finding a problem is like having this golden goose that can build up a multi-million dollar business to you. So I would say try to get into production. Like if you are having Flutter and stuff, I would say that developing 4 or 5 apps, I'm assuming that these apps are in the store and these apps are being continuously used by user. One of the biggest achievement of building the app surely is putting or moving your app into the store. That's a great, great achievement, and I'm proud on you. But another level of achievement is, are people using my apps? Like even if 100 people use your app, is far, far higher than having 50 apps in the store. So make sure you work on that. Okay, quite a lot that we have talked here today. Don't you think so? Yeah, I'm thinking so. And all the 745 people are still watching it. How goodness. Okay, there's an interesting question. Where is it? Somewhere here. Just a second. Yeah, there it is. Why companies only require engineering students? No, it's not like that. I think you are on the wrong channel. I am an engineer and I talk to a lot of engineers. That's why you see it. But it's not like that. People get hired from other branches and other domains as well. But surely, Zomato would not hire an MBBS to write code. That doesn't make sense. We are in the code world. This channel is all about code, not about your spinal arteries or anything like that. This is not a medical channel. So if you want to have a look on the companies which hire different people or designers or something, you're on the wrong channel, my friend. Let me say that. Okay. Uday says, is it a beer? Who drinks a hot beer? Okay. Yeah, I got a lot of comments about that on Gaurav channel as well. That is it a drink? And who, if it would be beer, people would be doing a bottoms up, not sipping it like that. Yeah, but tea always looks like a beer. Tea is one of my favorite thing. I'm not a coffee person. Yeah, I follow Peter McKinnon, but not the coffee part. I am a bit on the tea side. Team tea. But again, no milk. Even I drink coffee too, but that's also black. They are MBBS too if he can code. Yeah, that's a very very good point. But I think MBBS is much more good to actually heal people. I know engineering is a good job and it's a good position, good work, but it has its own role. It should not be replaced by MBBS. The doctor should do their job. The engineer should do their job. So yeah. Sir, are you hitchhiking when you travel? No, sadly not. I don't hitchhike on the travel. These days, like in the last couple of years, I've been traveling little more luxurious, guilty as charged. I was bit traveling sometimes, like my Japan trip. I know that I was in the front row of the plane and I saw Soman Millen at the backside as well. So yes, I'm traveling a bit. I was traveling a bit in luxurious style, not on the hitchhiking and sleeping on the hostels. I was staying at Marriott and stuff. So guilty as charged. Okay, there's a super chat. It says, "Sir, I want to develop a desktop application, a software. What should I learn? BCA software. I would say learn JavaScript and learn. You can actually build it through Electron. Surely, Java is a way, but seeing how well uh, application like Postman can do it, so like freaking awesome. So I would say learn JavaScript and research more on Electron. I think all of your needs can be served there. Look for Electron JS. And I think there is a nice crash course from Teversi Media as well. Brad, he has done a great job in that. So I think you should watch that. It's going to be a fantastic one, and you'll love it. Pretty sure you will love it. Okay, so let's pick up more. Okay, there are so many herds coming up. Are UX developers real developers? Yes, of course, they don't code, but doesn't mean they are not developers. Anything who develops something is a developer, whether that's a design, whether that's a code, everybody is a developer. But UX design people actually are user interface or user experience developer. They decide that, hey, this button should be red or green. I don't care about it. You just tell me the color, I'll fix a color there. I'm a developer. But these design people tell me, hey, a red color can be wrong here. Use blue color or use green color. Hi, in continuation, COBOL. Okay. I'm learning some Python, got some basics. Given my experience, should I try some specialization? If yes, then what? I would say that you should try a little bit hands on Django as well. I do have a course on Django as well. Or you should try your hands a bit on regular expressions and web scraping as well. That's going to be a bit more fun. I do have a couple of videos on my channel. You should watch out Python web scraping, and you're going to get much more idea that what probably more I can do with this language, because this is one of the problem which people face. I don't know what should I do with this language. So there are a few videos on my YouTube channel about web scraping with Python. This will give you a more idea. You can explore a bit more Django as well, and I highly recommend to have a bit more experience in Django. Then you can move on to the machine learning territory as well, but I think not as of now. Have a little bit more fun with Python. Going into machine learning at this basic early stage, not a good idea. And you seems to be a very senior developer, so I think you're going to be picking up very fast. Emmanuel Prince, thank you so much for the super chat. Okay, Puneet Tiwari says, I'm from Jaipur. Me too. Kudos. High five. I'm from Jaipur. Learning Elixir is Elixir and Phoenix are good for future. Surely I have heard all good things about it, but I don't have first-hand experience with them. But all good so far. I'm not pretty sure how they are used in production. What is the implementation? Where should I use it? No experience at all. Honestly saying it. Usually people don't say this on YouTube, but I just say whatever it is. There is no false pretending here. I don't have experience, nada, zero experience in that. So please, sorry. Okay, Tahir Munir, thank you so much for the $10 super chat. I really, really appreciate your support. All of your these supports actually goes in building up more videos, bringing up more resources to you, a whole bunch of things. So yeah. Interview preparation course. Not for 199 for sure. It's gonna take a whole lot of effort, probably 6 or 7 months of effort, probably more, to prepare a course like that, because I have to re-prepare for everything. That's gonna take a lot of time. Should I wait for iPad Pro 2020 or wait for 2021 iPad Pro? See, the thing is, wait if you can. That's always the philosophy. If you're going to buy iPad 2020, you're going to say, hey, that does my job. But if I will wait a little bit more, will more features will be added? 100%. If you will wait till 2025, more features will be added. So just buy the thing when you need it. Don't keep on waiting. Now, surely if the wait is like for a couple of months, like if you're buying it in July and in the next month something new is coming up, then I would say, yeah, that's probably for waitable. Sometimes I don't even wait for that much. I need it right now. Thing that I'm looking up is going to serve my purpose. That's it. I don't care if how technology will advance, because it will. It is meant for that. So I don't think waiting for anything is really a good. MacBook Air or Pro. Why do people are even buying this Air version now? Because I think surely for basic, like if I had to develop things like React, Node, or Django or something like that, I still can rock a MacBook Air, but if you got money and you're not thinking too much, go buy MacBook Pro or buy this beast, this iMac, best one, best in class. Okay, let's go ahead and take a couple of more questions. They are fun one. 778 people are watching this. You can hit that like button. I would definitely enjoy that. And today's questions are actually a bit more fun. I noticed that if I miss one Saturday and then come on to another Saturday, the questions becomes much more fun. Is it a signal to me that I should do these lives every alternate Saturdays? I don't know. Maybe. Maybe that's a signal. Okay, so what are your views on Code Chef? I think it's good enough. I checked the platform a couple of times, not much, moreover on the lead code side. But I think it's good enough. And I don't see really much of a difference on lead code, Code Chef, HackerRank. Same, almost same questions because they are bringing up the question from all these companies which have asked them, FANG companies. So some calling it as log, some calling it as river, some calling it as lines of people. The concepts are same. Feel free to call it whatever you like. They're exactly same. It's not about practicing. The thing is different here. Usually we say just practice one thing again and again to become a guru in that. But this doesn't apply here. If you're going to practicing just one type of questions again and again, it's not going to lead you anywhere. You need to have variety in questions. Just do one, two, or three questions of one type and then move on to something else. This is not something that you're watching. This is not your Akshay Kumar's movie where you say, practice this one move for. This is not is happening. This is programming. This is different going on in here. Okay. Mean versus MERN. That's a good topic for YouTube video, probably a biased video again, but we're gonna have that. Okay, so looks like I have answered a whole lot of questions, and that's all what we'll be taking now. And probably, if my friends don't come up tomorrow, because they usually do and I get busy with them, if I'll get time tomorrow, we'll do an Insta Live. It's been a while, like really, really long. We haven't done Insta Live. So we'll be doing an Insta Live where I will select one of you, like many of you, and we'll do one-on-one talking. That is my favorite way of interacting with you, where I can have you in a smaller screen, you guys asking directly whatever you want to say, or thanks, or whatever that is, and I directly interact with you. This is so much fun. So we're going to be doing that in Insta. I wish YouTube could have that feature. Please, YouTube, are you listening? Okay, I do have friends on YouTube, but anyways, YouTube, if you're listening, just go ahead and do that. Or probably I'll drop a mail to my friend that we need this feature in YouTube. Okay, so that's all what we'll be doing. At least, can you say your salary? Carrie Minati is asking me, what is my salary? Like, see, this is where the internet is, most of the fake profiles or something like that. But see this, Carrie Minati is saying, can you say your salary? Did I ask Carrie Minati that what is your salary? No, I didn't. Just fun, chill. People have a habit nowadays. Chill, relax. LCU is awesome. Thank you so much. And if you haven't visited learncodeonline.in yet, please go ahead and visit that. I have some amazing courses that I'm 100% sure, guaranteed, you're going to love them. Bye-bye. Enjoy the day. Keep writing amazing code. And most importantly, stay safe. Cases are growing up. Stay safe. Keep your family safe. The most important thing is you and your family, courses and everything that comes up secondary. Stay healthy and keep enjoying the life. Be happy. Keep smiling.